wild dogs. In India, we call them dhol. In an ancient Indian language, it means reckless and daring. Strategy, teamwork, speed. These pack hunters are one of the most efficient killing machines in the Indian forests. The tiger and leopard have their place, but for me, the dhol reigns the supreme hunters. I've been on their trail for more than 5 years, and this is my story. I am Krupaka. I've been filming in the forests of the Nilgiri Mountains for over 15 years. I like to think of them as my own backyard, all 5,000 square kilometres. I've filmed the intimate lives of most animals here, but the one I would like to film most always eludes me. They are indeed the phantoms of our forests. Although I've been following the dhol for the past 5 years, I never had much success. On a good day, I could find the dogs. On a very good day, I could film them at a distance. But I could never get close. I was failing and desperate. But one man was about to enter my life and change everything. One of the local tribes here is called Kadu Kuruba. Although they've always been forest dwellers, their traditional skills now reside with just a few. I'd heard their leader was one of the best trackers in the Nilgiris. His name was Bomma. He was a tiny fellow of about 4.5 feet. It seemed strange to ask for help from the very people who once helped to hunt the dhol for bounty. And they must have thought so too. But I felt I had nothing to lose, because this man was my last hope. With Bomma by my side, I begin to see the forest with new eyes. He makes it seem so simple, this man.
The dogs have gone this way, sir.
Bomma, how do you know it's not that way?
They didn't go that way, sir. The dew is still on the grass. See?
This day began like any other. We'd been tracking for around 2 hours. And then, alarm calls from the ever-watchful langurs. A pack of dhols have treed a leopard. Although thrice the size of a dhol, the big cat knows it wouldn't stand a chance on the ground. The dhol's sheer audacity and courage, as usual, impresses me. The dogs take up watch for an hour or so, and then lose interest. But the leopard doesn't move until long after the dhol have gone. When the coast is clear, he descends with as much dignity as he can muster. In just a few months, Bomber and I have come a long way. We're able to track down the dhole more often, and I'm learning new skills from him every day. We've been following one particular dhole pack, and they're beginning to tolerate our presence. Phantoms have become individuals. We're now familiar with every member of the pack. It comprises 6 pups and 4 adults. This is the alpha male. He's 6 years old. At times he can seem a little cranky, but it's all bluff. That's the alpha male's first lieutenant. 5 years old, he carries a no-nonsense air about him. That young fellow is the third male. At 2 years old, he's just a teenager. But for the pups, he's a mentor, their favourite uncle. And there's the alpha female. More than a mother, she's the heart and soul of the pack. She commands the respect of all pack members, often leading them on hunts, unusual among the dhole. Bomber too admires her, and has named her Kamadi, after his favourite niece. Although we didn't know just yet, Kamadi would soon have a deep impact upon our lives. It's late morning, and the dogs take their siesta. The dhole dislike the heat of the sun intensely, and whenever possible, they keep to the shade. It's crucial to conserve energy for their high-speed hunts. Something's wrong. Kamadi is clearly tense. An enemy is on the prowl nearby. The wild dogs are anxious, especially Kamadi, the alpha female. There must be a predator close by. Her instinct tells her, move. With 6 defenseless pups, she's taking no chances. The dog's actions have alerted us to the presence of a tiger nearby. And Kamadi is not the only one who knows. The elephants too have young to protect. It's not unknown for tigers to kill elephant calves. With the tiger circling, the herd is clearly nervous. They move away, only to blunder into the dhole. I'm amazed. I know all too well what it's like to be chased by an elephant. But still, the dhole are so carefree. After the pups have had their bit of fun, the dogs move off. With our dhole's territory ranging over 80 square kilometres, it's been incredibly difficult to follow the pack. That's why it's so important for us to be accepted by Kamadi and the alpha male. When we do locate them, I feel honoured they now allow us to sit and watch them for hours. In the Indian forests, it's rare that wild animals tolerate the presence of humans. All wild animals have good reason to be wary of man, but more so the dhole. During the British rule in India, dhole were branded as vermin. The dhole were seen as little better than rabid dogs, decimating the game animals the British wanted to kill. The dhole was slaughtered mercilessly. In fact, they carried a bounty on their head until late into the 20th century. The fact that the dhole had evolved over millions of years in these forests meant nothing. Eventually, it was understood they had it all wrong, and the dhole were released from their death sentence just prior to extinction. Today, they are protected by law and thriving. It's May. The pre-monsoon has brought the first showers. The days are hot and sultry. But beneath the canopy, the forest is greening after the long dry season. The youngsters are now 6 months old. The growing pups are always hungry, and they're demanding food again. They communicate this to the adults by begging. It's instinctive. When they were just puppies, the elders would simply regurgitate the meat fresh from a kill. Now they're too old for that. And their begging is a none too gentle hint for the adults to get on with the hunt. After some time, the adults know they can't put it off any longer. Kamadi makes the decision, and the pack sets off. The other large predators in these forests lie in wait for their prey, but the dhole go looking for theirs. The dogs' teamwork and their hunting strategies are crucial to their success. Several kilometers later, they target their victim. This time it's their favorite game, chittle or spotted deer. When the dogs give chase, the forest comes alive.